WB8 SDR, WB4 Nancy.
VZA. My name here is Eric. I will be the logger for the BeaconNet pre-show tonight on the Sarah repeater, W8WKY, frequency 147 Mark 390, positive offset, PL tone 114 Mark 8 if you want to check your settings. I've gathered a few stations from the blue screen, AB8MO, WB4AIZ, and I'm adding now KE8YUG. So I'm going to take check-ins up until about 29 minutes past the hour, and then we will pause and stand by for our lovely announcer. So if there are any stations that would like to check in now and get a good seat up front, please call now.
Kilo Ecto 8, Uniform India Charlie, Howard, Akron, Ohio. I'm just checking in to tell everybody good evening.
Last station, could you please repeat your call sign? I botched the suffix. I'm sorry.
It was Kilo Ecto 8, Uniform India Charlie.
I copied KE8, Uniform India Charlie. Thanks. Got you there. Kevin, I believe, is what I'm getting from QRZ. Are you going to be in and out tonight?
In and out. The name was Howard. It was KE8UIC. That's Kilo Ecto 8, Uniform India Charlie.
All right, I got it corrected there, Howie. Thank you for confirming that. I appreciate it. And did you say you were in and out tonight, or are you going to hang around?
Yeah, I'm just going to be in this evening.
Right. We'll mark you in and out. Thanks for the check-in. Appreciate it.
W3TV, Whiskey 3, Echo Tango Bravo.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha Delta Quebec.
All right, this is KE8VZA returning, and I have several check-ins here added to the list. And I'm going to start from the very beginning again. AB8MO Andy picked you up from the blue screen. WB4AIZ Chuck, also from the blue screen. He said, Chuck, you said you'll be in and out. Good to hear from you. 73 there, Chuck. And KE8UIC Howie, and he's in and out as well. Thanks, Howie, 73. And I reserved a spot, customary number 10 for K5CFY Ray. I picked up KE8YUG Josh and KF8ANS Marie, both from the blue screen. And let's see, W3ETB, got you there, Eddie. You're on the list. And let's see, KA8MNT, Tom, got you on the list. WB8CXO, And yes, Mike, I will log you in and out, and thank you, sir, 73, and thanks again for streaming everything on YouTube. That is very handy. And I also picked up KF8ADQ, Alpha Delta Quebec. Anybody else that would like to get in before 29 minutes after the hour and get a good seat up in the front row, please call now.
KF8AXO, Oscar, W8OIO. Name here is Mike, and I'll be a check-in only.
All right, I'm going to pick it up there. I copied 2 stations, and there was a little bit of an overlap there, a little bit of a double. The first one I got was KF8AXO, so Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha X-Ray Oscar. David, it got you. And the last one, your personal was Mike, but I did not hear your call sign. If you could come back with that, please.
Absolutely, net control. Yeah, this is Whiskey 8, Oscar, India Oscar. And I'm in Knox County, a little town called Norrie, just 10 miles north of Mount Vernon. Doylestown repeater sounding good on my speaker tonight. Anyway, I just wanted to check in. Again, Whiskey 8, Oscar, India Oscar, a check-in only.
Whiskey 8, Oscar, India Oscar. Mike, I got you here. Thank you for coming back with your call sign. Appreciate it. And glad the repeater is treating you well down there. I've been down in that area. I really like that area of the state. Thanks for checking in. I'll mark you in and out. And come back anytime. Okay, we're down to 29 minutes after the hour. Let's all stand by and eagerly await our beautiful announcer that will grace us with her announcing of the prenet. And I will be your prenet operator tonight. So if you did not get to check in yet, have no fear. I will take check-ins shortly after the bottom of the hour.
W8.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
QST. This is the BeaconNet pre-show on the Sarah repeater, Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, W8WKY 147 Mark 390 in Doylestown, Ohio. The PL tone is 114 Mark 8, and that is a positive offset if you'd like to double-check your radio settings. And my personal here, I am KE8VZA. My personal is Eric, Echo Romeo India Charlie, and I will be your prenet operator for the prenet tonight, and taking check-ins, and I will also be logging for the duration of the net. And let me take a break. I'll come right back. Okay, KE8VZA returning. I have a number of check-ins already from the blue screen as well as voice check-ins. And we will continue check-ins momentarily. But first, we are going to go through our net control team, make sure everybody is getting out just fine, transmitting, receiving, and commonly referred to as our Mickey Mouse roll call. So first off, we're going to go up to the station that will be our net control operator at the top of the hour, and that is Nick at Night, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar. How you doing there, Nick at Night?
KAQKO. Hello, Eric, and hello, everybody on the net. I'm doing fine, sir. Just eating some pizza and chicken wings I picked up on the way back from the build project today. That turned out there was an after party, and we hung around a bit longer. But it was a good time, lots of good times, building an antenna and spending time with other hams, and yeah, just having a good day. So anyway, with that, I'll pass it back to you, sir. KAQKO.
Very good, Nick. Yeah, I'm sorry I had to miss that build project. I really wanted to go, but had a whole bunch of family stuff going on this weekend. And I did see that one picture, on Discord. That was pretty funny. I got a good chuckle out of that. Anyway, thanks, Nick. You're sounding really good on this end. We'll clear with KE8QKO, and we will go down to Mike, our trivia master, KE8QWE. How you doing tonight, Mike?
Kilo Echolink, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, hello there, Eric, and how are you doing? I'm fine, and you sound good, and I'm sure I sound like me. So, with that being said, this is Kilo Echolink, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KE8VZA.
Very good, Mike. You do sound like yourself, and that's always a good thing. Good to hear from you tonight. And you are sounding good on this end. We'll clear with KE8QWE, and we will go down and touch base with Dustin, KD8EPC. How you doing tonight, Dustin? Are you out there?
KD8VZA and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8EPC. I am on Echolink. I'm here. Keep me on the list. I'll be in front of the radio by the time it gets down there. Everybody's sounding good, and we're glad to be here. This is KD8EPC. Back to pre-net control.
Excellent, Dustin. Good to hear from you. Thanks for checking in. Hope you don't experience any troubles getting to your radio, but you're sounding good through Echolink. We'll clear with KD8EPC for now, and we're going to go down to KD8SLG, Just Nick, who says he is Ohio on the blue screen. How you doing tonight, Just Nick? And are you going to be sticking around for the big show?
KE8VZA. This is KD8SLG. Thanks for having me, Eric. Yeah, I'm going to stick around tonight, man. I wouldn't miss this for the world. KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right, Just Nick. I saw that picture of you on Discord. Very interesting. I'm sorry I missed the whole thing. But glad you're here, glad you're sticking around. You're sounding good. We'll clear with KD8SLG for now, and we will go down to our next station, Alan, KI5DAY, who is our alt trivia master. He usually is on another net until right about when we start. So, but we'll throw a call out for him. KI5DAY, Alan, are you out there yet? Okay, nothing heard, but no worries. Alan will be joining us, I'm sure. Okay, so we are through the Mickey Mouse the Mickey Mouse roll call, and everybody's sounding pretty good. So actually sounding very good. So that's a good thing. Okay, next we're going to go down and take more check-ins, but before I do, I would like to remind everybody that this is directed pre-net, and I've asked that all traffic pass through net control. That is me, KA, and emergency or urgent traffic is free to break in at any time. Also, I ask that you give it a half a beat there when you keep the mic, and likewise before you unkey after you stop speaking, so that none of the links none of the stations that may be linked to us through Allstar or Echolink have any difficulties, and we maintain those links. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take some more check-ins here. If you'd like to check into the BeaconNet, please provide your call sign phonetically and alphanumerically with your name and location. Please call now.
Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Charlie Echo, Medina, in and out.
Kilo 8, Papa, Julia Whiskey, K8, PJW, Philip, and Twin Square.
right, we're going to pick it up there. Let's see, I picked up Josh, W8HRF from the blue screen. We got KD2HCE, Chris, who's in and out. Thanks, Chris, for checking in, 73. And we got Philip, K8PJW. And let's see, I also see KE8BHQ, Benjamin, on the blue screen. I don't know if you're on the radio yet, Benjamin. Do you want me to put you on the...
KE8BHQ. Yeah, I tried checking in and I didn't realize that I had the wrong line on a computer. So I'll get through, but go ahead, put me on the list. KE8BHQ. All right, Benjamin. Very good. I heard you that time loudly. You sounded right. Anyway, that's looking for more for the
Lima, November, Kilo, checking in and out tonight. Good evening.
Okay, I'm going to pick it up there.
U8WKY.
All right, I copy KB8LNK, Ron. Good to hear you, Ron. Got you on the list, in and out, 73. And before Ron, I believe there was a KC station, maybe. There was a lot of static. If you could give it another try, please. KE8, HMK, Elmer and Afric. Okay, sounded like Kilo Echo 8, Hotel November Kilo, Elmer, I believe. If you could please confirm that. Roger, Roger, I got that. Also confirmed through the blue screen thanks to AB8MO. So we got you on the list there, Elmer. And let's see, who else? KQ4IZV James asked to be checked in, and he'll be hanging around. Got you on the list there. Any other check-ins, please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 4 Juliet India off KF4 JIG.
All right, I'll pick it up there again. I copied the last station as KF4 JIG, Kilo Foxtrot 4 Juliet India Golf. Janet, got you on this list. Thanks for checking in. Any other check-ins before we work this list? Please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha November Tango KF8 ANT Steve and Valeria. I'll be in and out this evening.
All right, I'll pick it up there again. I copied Steve, KF8ANT. Got you. And out. Good to hear you tonight, Steve. Thanks for checking in, 73, and come back anytime. We're going to go ahead and work this list now. Let me take a quick break, and I'll be right back. This is KE8VZA returning. We're going to go to the top of the list and see who's going to stay and who's going to be in and out, perhaps. First on the list is AB8MO, Andy. How you doing tonight, Andy? And are you sticking around for the big show?
I guess I'll keep it brief because you got 17 minutes to get through about 20. This is AB8MO. I'll stick around.
All right, thanks, Eddie. Got you on the list. Good to hear you. Next, we have WB4AIZ Chuck down in Florida, who's in and out. KE8UIC Howie, who's also in and out. And we saved our slot 10 for K5CFY. Ray, are you out there? K5CFY. Okay, nothing heard. KE8VZA returning, but no worries. Ray is usually on the other net as well. He'll probably be joining us in a bit. So next, that takes down to KE8YUG, Josh. How you doing tonight, Josh? And are you going to stick around for the main event?
KE8VZA, this is KE8YUG. Great hearing you, Eric. Looking forward to you around. I'll send it back to pre-net control, KE8YUG.
Awesome, Josh. Got you on the list. And next, KF8ANS. Are you going to stick around as well, Marie?
KE8VZA, this is KF8ANS. Eric, this is Marie. I will be sticking around. Thanks for the blue screen grab where Josh mentioned the party is starting, so woohoo to that. Back to pre-net control, KE8VZA, this is KF8ANS.
Very good, Marie. Glad to hear you're sticking around, and good to hear you tonight as well. Got you on the list. We'll clear with KF8ANS for now, and we'll go down to Eddie, W3ETB. How you doing tonight, Eddie? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Yeah, hi, Eric. Yeah, I'll be here. I'll be listening to the big show and hearing what the trivia questions were. Anyway, Marie sounds like she's really excited. So I'll let you go ahead and get on with the list. This is W3ETV. Back to net.
All right, Eddie. Awesome. Got you on the list. Glad you're sticking around. It's good to hear you tonight. You sound a little better tonight than you did last net. Yeah, Marie is always a bright addition to the room when she is there, and she is definitely ready for this party to get rolling. So we are going to continue to do so. And next on the list, we'll clear with W3ETB for now, and we'll go down to KA8MNT. Tom, how you doing tonight, Tom? And are you going to stick around for the main event?
KE8, Victor Zulu Alpha. This is KA8MNT. Yeah, I think I'll stick around a little bit tonight, so I'll let you go get back to the list. KA8MNT, back to KE8VZA.
Okay, Tom, good to hear you tonight. And thanks for the check-in. We got you on the list as sticking around. Very good. We'll clear with KA8MNT for now. Next on the list is WBCXO Mike, and he asked via the blue screen to be in and out tonight. And he is going to stream the net on YouTube. In fact, it's probably already streaming. And thanks, Mike. We appreciate that. Gives everybody a good chance to hear what you sound like and maybe rewind and hear something you might have missed. Okay, next on the list is KF8ADQ. Joe, how you doing tonight, Joe? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
KF8ADQ, I am doing wonderful, and yes, I will be sticking around. Back to net.
All right, Joe, got you on the list. Thanks for joining us. And if I didn't mention it, I do have a window open on NetLogger if you haven't found your way there yet. You don't have to be there, but it is a lot of fun, especially the almost instant messenger window, which we refer to as the blue screen. There's always some action happening in there. It's kind of like the net within the net. Okay, very good, Joe. Thanks. We'll clear with KF8ADQ for now, and we'll go down to KF8AXO. David, how you doing tonight, and are you going to stick around for the main net?
W8WKY.
I'm doing great, thanks, and yes, I'll be here for the net. Return to control.
Okay, David, beautiful. Got you on the list. Thanks for checking in. We'll clear with KF8AXO for now. Next on the list was W8OIO Mike, and he asked to be in and out. Thanks for your check-in. And 73 to you, if you're still listening. And we'll go on down to the next station I grabbed from the blue screen, our other Josh, W8HRF. How you doing tonight, Josh, and are you going to stick around for the main net?
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha. This is Whiskey 8 Hotel Radio Foxtrot. No, I'm going to be heading to bed. I just wanted to pop in and say hello to everybody and wish them a wonderful net and a good Sunday evening. I got an early day tomorrow at work, so I'm gonna head off to bed. Thanks for running the pre-show. You're doing a great job. Always good to hear you on the air, and hope everybody has a good time on the net tonight. So we'll catch you later. This is W8HRF. Back to you there, Eric. 7-3.
Very good, Josh. The station formerly known as VKA. We got you on the list, and 73 to you, and good luck tomorrow with your early day at work. And pass along 73s to Lucy and Betty as well. So we'll clear with W8HRF. Next on the list is KD2HCE, Chris. He checked in and asked to be in and out. Gotcha, Chris, 73. Thanks for checking in. And after that is K8PJW. Philip, how you doing tonight? And are you sticking around for the main net?
KEAPTA, KAPTW. Good evening, Eric, and good evening to everyone on the net tonight. Fine business doing the net controller. I'm just going to be quick because I'll give you my spiel in the main net. So go ahead and count me in for the big show. We'll talk to you soon. KAPTW.
Very good, Philip. Always good to hear you. And got you on the list. And we'll clear with K8PJW for now, and we'll go on down to Benjamin, KE8BHQ. How you doing, Benjamin? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
KE8BHQ, I'm doing great, and I will be sticking around. This is KE8BHQ. Back to you.
Very good. Thanks, Benjamin. Got you on the list. Sticking around. We'll clear with KE8BHQ, and we'll go on down to Elmer, KE8HNK. Are you going to be sticking around for the net tonight, Elmer?
Negative. I'm in and out. I got a sinus infection. Don't feel much like target on the head to bed. K88HNK.
Okay, Elmer, thank you. Got you on the list as in and out. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. And stop back by anytime. And I have heard you on the barometer net. It's always good to hear you. We'll clear with KE8HNK, and we'll go down. Next on the list was Ron, KB8LNK. Thanks for checking in, Ron. Got you in and out. 73. And let's see. Next on the list, KQ4IZV. James over in North Carolina. How you doing tonight, James? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
This is KQ4IZV. Doing pretty good tonight. On my way home. Yeah, I'm going to hang around, and I'll hand it back over to you guys up in net control. KQ4IZV, over.
Okay, James, very good. Got you on the list as sticking around. We'll clear with KQ4IZV. Next is Janet, KF4JIG, I believe from Michigan. How you doing tonight, Janet? And are you sticking around for the main net?
Good evening. I think it's Mr. Eddie, and I'm doing well this evening, and I am going to stick around for the main net. KF4JIG is back to net.
All right, Janet, very good. Good to hear you tonight, and glad you're sticking around. We will have a main trivia question and an alternate trivia question once the net gets rolling at 10 at the top of the hour. So we'll clear with KF4JIG for now. Next on the list was Steve, KF8ANT, who checked in and out. Thanks a lot, Steve. Appreciate the check-in. Good to hear you, 73. And next from the blue screen was Bill, N8JET, who asked to be in and out. Thanks a lot, Bill. Appreciate the check-in at 73 to you. Which brings me down to a station I picked up from the blue screen, Mac, KI5RFI. How you doing tonight, Mac? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Well, good evening, everybody on the net from Springdale, Arkansas. Rainy, stormy night down here, but yes, I will be hanging around for the big show. Back to net control.
AF5JB, Manitoba, short time.
All right, I'm going to pick it up there. Very good, Mac. KI5RFI got you on the list as sticking around, representing the great state of Arkansas. We'll clear with KI5RFI, and I picked up Uncle Fred from the blue screen, KE8QFT, and AF5JB. I'm going to touch base real quick with Fred. Are you going to stick around tonight for the big show, Fred?
Yes, if it's this Fred. If it's this Fred, the Fred of Northern Medina, over.
As long as it's the Fred with the call sign KE8QFT. I got you on the list here, Fred. And we're going to clear with KE8QFT, and I'm going to go down to Matt down in Tulsa, who is short time AF5JB. Matt, if you would like to share some comments with the net at this time, please go right ahead.
Well, I appreciate it. Good, anybody else on that?
AF5JB, this is KE8VZA. We lost you there. I don't know if you had an issue technically. If you'd like to go ahead and try again, please go ahead. Matt, AF5JB, are you still there? This is KE8VZA. Okay, nothing heard. We'll try Matt again in a minute. Next, I picked up from the blue screen KC8FQV Mark. How you doing tonight, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
W8WKY.
KC8FQV. Yeah, we'll stick around for the main show, and I'll hear myself on the YouTube stream as it comes up. Back to net, KC8FQV. Oh, and thanks for picking up off the screen.
You are very welcome, Mark. I try to keep an eyeball on the blue screen as I'm running the pre-show, and sometimes it's a challenge, but usually I'm able to see who shows up as being online suddenly there. So thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Got you on the list. And I think at this point we are at the top of the hour. So I'm going to turn this over to Nick at night, and he will continue check-ins in a bit. So if you didn't get to check in yet, have no fear. Nick at night will check you in. And this has been the BeaconNet pre-show, and we're going to turn it over to KE8QKO for the actual BeaconNet. Take it away there, Nick.
KE8QKO. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, everybody who checked into the pre-show. All right, good evening, and welcome to the BeaconNet. My name is Nick. My call sign is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar, KE8QKO. And I will be net control for the evening. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a direct net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters, so we ask you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, nothing heard. Stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. There was a station that came in after I started my spiel that was A8CS. So I say hello to Gary, put him on the list, and get to him here in a few moments. So, before we start going through our list of check-ins to the BeaconNet, let's go up and talk to our trivia masters. And we're going to start with KE8QWE Mike. How you doing, sir? And what is the trivia question this evening?
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Okay, this is about the Voyager 2 space probe. Approximately how long did it take to communicate with Voyager 2 one way? And this was in 2023. A, 15.5 hours. B, 18.5 hours. C, 20.5 hours. D, 22.5 hours. Again, approximately how long did it take to communicate with Voyager 2 one way? This was in 2023. A, 15.5 hours. B, 18.5 hours. C, 20.5 hours. D, 22.5 hours. I'll go ahead and post this in the blue screen. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KE8QKO.
All right, thank you, Mike. Fine question there. And I have a guess, but I'm going to wait to answer it until the opportunity comes around. Towards the end of the day. Okay. So it looks like, if I'm looking at my blue screen, I do not see Alan, but I'm going to make a call for him just in case. KI5DAY, KA8QKO. Are you out there, Alan? Do you have our alternate question ready? Okay. I don't hear Alan. He's on another net before this one. Sometimes they overlap. It happens. He will get to us when he gets to us. So here's what we're going to do. Same thing we usually do when this happens. I'm going to go through our stations that have checked in. I'm going to get their answer to the primary question, get their comments. And then when Alan is available, I will go back through those stations and run through them as quickly as I can to get the alternate question from them. So depending on how that goes, depends on how many stations we go through. But we're going to start with AV8MO Andy. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
K8QKO in the Beacon Net. This is AV8MO. Hello, just Nick. I did not put the trivia marker there. Thank you there, Eric. Just working a little FT8. I did work Market Reef. It's kind of a bizarre situation with that. It's its own DXCC entity, but it's a little island in the Baltic Sea divided equally between Sweden and Finland. That's only a couple acres. So that doesn't get activated too often because nobody lives there. But I did work up on 30 meters, so that was cool. Took about 3 hours, but I got through. And they're on 40 meters now, but I don't see them. So if I could get, it looks like if I could get like 2 or 3 bands, I'm going to be in good shape. I'm glad I got them at all. So anyhow, just chillaxing here. The cat is somewhere else, which is really strange. Usually she's meowing into the microphone. So sorry you guys don't get a dose of Lily this evening. So let me get to the trivia question. Let me drop it a sec. This is interesting trivia question there, Mike. All right, Voyager 1 and 2, I think, are both in interstellar space, so that's a really long time. They're way further away than we are to the sun. So, choices. I guess I'll go A for Andy. So, that's one of my favorite letters of the alphabet. So much so that it's in my call sign. And I guess I'll have to circle back whenever Alan gets in here. Yeah, no third-party meow. Sorry, Eric. Back she comes. KAQKO. This is AV8MO.
All right. Thank you, Andy. Got your answer down for Alpha for the primary question. And Eric reminded me that there was a short-time station during the pre-show. That was AF5JB. I think it was, he maybe went out of range for a period of time, so we'll see if he's back in range and try to catch him real quick. So AF5JB, this is KAQKO with a Beacon Net. If you have traffic, please come back. All right, nothing heard there. We had 2 stations next were in and out. That was WB4AIZ and KE8UIC. And that takes us down to K5CFY Ray. Let's see if Ray's out there. He might be with Alan, which sometimes happens. So K5CFY, K8QKO, if you're out there, take it away with your traffic. All right, nothing heard there. Let's get back to Ray. He might be with Alan, so that happens. Next we have K8YUG. Josh, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
W8WKY.
KE8QKO, this is KE8YUG. Good evening, Nick. Great hearing you. And looking forward to the net. Looking for the trivia. I'll do the main one here. I'm going to go with D Delta. So I'm going to go with D Delta on that one. And yeah, great weekend. Marie and I, we went to NVIS Day. There was the event was hosted by the Lacara group, and boy, that was a lot of fun. Just awesome people, and not as much on the radio. Although I did hear my buddy Matt up there in Baltimore. That was cool. He couldn't hear us, but we heard him loud. I was talking to him through Discord, but anyway, we heard him, and yeah, a lot of good food. We sure eat well, and just good people. It was a great day, and then we went and hung out with Mom and Dad. So it was a nice day, long day, and we slept good. But it was kind of like a dry run for field days, so we're pumped about that. Other than that, I delivered about 2 radiograms. They were birthday messages. So the code base is ARL46, which is a birthday message. So I delivered those, sent official traffic. That was good. And then picked up some DVD players my neighbor had and gave them off to me. So I'm going to tinker with those. But yeah, real nice. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the end of the weekend here and have a good week. So I'll say 73. Send it back to you. K8YUG, back to net.
All right, thank you, Josh. Sounds like you did a pretty good weekend there. Sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, our alternate trivia master showed up on the blue screen, so we're going to go through this list here. We're going to go up and talk to, you know what, I like to keep things grouped together. This makes my brain work right. So we're going to go up to K8QWE Mike, get our primary question read for us one more time, and then I'll call on Alan to get the alternate question read again, for the first time. So, Mike, take it away, read the primary question, please.
Kilo Echo 8 Club, Beck Whiskey Echo. The question is, approximately how long did it take to communicate with Voyager 2 one way? This was in 2023. A, 15.5 hours, B, 18.5 hours, D, 20.5 hours, D, 22.5 hours. Again, the question is, approximately how long did it take to communicate with Voyager 2 one way? This was in 2023. A, 15.5 hours, B, 18.5 hours, C, 20.5 hours, D, 22.5 hours. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KE8QKO.
All right, thank you, Mike. And real quick, I should identify, this is KE8QKO, the W8WKY repeater, going through our check-ins and questions and things for the Beacon Net. So next, we're going to go down to KI5DAY Alan to get our alternate question read for us. Alan, take it away.
Hey, good evening there, Mr. Nick. Good to hear you, and all is good in the hood. Yeah, tonight's alternate trivia question, brought to you by Crispy Wheats and Raisins. Here we go. Alfred Hitchcock, famous for his movies The Birds and Psycho, he had a very specific phobia he shared in an interview at one point. Alfred had a fear of what? Was it A fear of Barry Cornwaldo being spot-on impersonation of an emu, B, a fear of eggs, C, a fear of balloons, or D, a fear of mirrors? I'll let this reset and read it one more time. Hitchcock's famous for his movies The Birds and Psycho, had a very specific phobia he shared in an interview at one point. Alfred had a fear of what? Was it A, fear of Barry Cornwaldo being spot-on impersonation of Nemo, B, the fear of eggs, C, the fear of balloons, or D, the fear of mirrors? KI5DAY, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Alan. You threw me off with your ordering there. You changed things up on us. But I'm going to think about that one and make a decision later. We appreciate that question. Okay, we have two stations where we have trivia questions answered. We're going to go and talk to those two real quick. That is 88 Hello, KEAQKO. What is your answer for the alternate question, sir?
This is ABNMO. Hold on a sec. Make sure everything reset there. Alrighty, I got Conway Reef and 15 meters. So that just came through. Anyway, I am going to say what I think is probably a baited answer, but it's got me hook and sinker, and that is B, Bravo, fear of eggs. KEAQKO, this is ABNMO.
All right, thank you, Andy. Got you on there for Bravo, fear of eggs. Let's go down and talk to KEYG, Josh. Get his answer for the alternate question. Josh, take it away.
K8QKO, K8YUG. What did Alfred Hitchcock always say? Good evening. I'm going to go with B, Bravo, K8YUG, back to net.
All right, thank you, Josh. Got you down there for Bravo for your alternate answer. All right, so this is for my NetLogger. I'm going to change up the order a little bit here on the way I take things, so pay attention. Our next station we're going to talk to is KF8 AMS Marie. How you doing, ma'am? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KEAQKO, this is KF8 ANS. Hi, Nick. Good evening. Marie here. So first, for the trivia, I'm going to go D, Delta for the main, and B, Bravo for the alternate. So D, Delta, B, Bravo. So yes, yesterday was Saturday. It was NBISA. Josh and I went out to Amherst pretty early. We were there like 9:15 in the morning, and it was supposed to rain, but it didn't rain, so that was nice. And the sun even came out and brightened everything up. That was good too. We didn't hear much on the radio or make too many contacts, but we enjoyed spending time together and checking out all the stuff, the goings on for field day. And Chris was there, K8MMY. So it was good to see a lot of Norse people at the Lucara event. So it was neat that we're kind of meshing with what we do. So we'll be going to field day with them. But Josh and I are planning on camping out, so that should be good. But we'll get our tent and try it out here and make sure we can fit inside, and stuff, and we're all ready. So looking forward to that. 73-y'all. This is KF8 AMS. Back to KEAQKO.
KEAQKO. All right, good evening. What am I talking about? I'm glad you had fun at the this show or this meetup. That was great. Don't forget, when you're going around and visiting your field day, maybe swing on down and visit the Sarah field day for a little bit. Say hi to everybody. and see how that goes. And then continue on with your field day experience. Toss out an invite there for you. But Sarah puts on a pretty decent field day, and there's always a lot of social activity with that. All right. Thank you very much, Marie. We got your answers down as Delta and Bravo. And we're going to go up and talk to K5CFY Ray. See if he's out there and see if he's with us. Ray, take it away.
W8WKY.
All right, nothing heard there. Perhaps Ray wasn't able to make it with us tonight, but we'll maybe try calling him out for him again later. Let's go down and talk to W3ETB Eddie. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Yeah, hi, Nick. What is the fear of Ray? I guess there's probably a fear for just about everything. So it just popped in my head since Ray didn't answer. So anyway, I got my calculator out, my slide rule, and my abacus, and was trying to figure out the answer for the main trivia question. Then I remembered I can't remember algorithms. I used to remember algorithms, but I can't remember algorithms anymore. The abacus said that it should be D, and the calculator said it should be A. So I'm going to go with A. I'm not going to say something profane about the abacus, but I'll go with A for the main trivia question. And for the alternate trivia question, since he did the birds, I'm going to say that he probably got his inspiration from the sphere of egg. And I think that was B for the alternate trivia question. So, Alfred Hitchcock, he's a really great guy. So anyway, go ahead and let's get on down the list. W3ETB, back to net.
All right, thank you, Eddie. We got your answers down for Alpha and Bravo. I have mine written down as well. I'll hand them out later on when the net runs out. My thoughts, anyway. Okay, this is KAQKO on the W8WKY repeater going for a list of check-in for the Beacon Net. Let's get on to our next station, which is KA8MNT. Tom, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
KE8QKO, this is KA8MNT. Good evening, Nick, and everybody else that's on the net this evening. Well, let's see. Let's put our foot in our mouth early and get the trivia done. On the Voyager 2 question, I'm going to go with Delta, 22 and a half hours. So, that wouldn't surprise me if that's probably C, but I'm going to go with D anyhow. And let's see, Alfred Hitchcock. Well, he's one of my favorite movie makers. And I'm going to go with B. I don't know why, but I'm going to go with that. Let's see. Saturday or yesterday was the Tesco Ham Fest, which we went down to and had a real good time. Saw a lot of guys down there, including just Nick and Ron, just to name a couple. And I think he's the middle, Nick. SDK, I think, yeah. And went down there, and then we went from there to NVIS Day and played around a little bit with that and had a good time. So we had a full Saturday down here, and today we spent just kind of sitting back and relaxing a little bit. So anyhow, with that, I'm going to turn everything back over to the super capable hands of KE8QKO from KA8MNT.
All right, thank you, Tom. Got your answers down as Delta and Bravo. That sounds like you had a pretty good weekend. I think all of it kind of did. Lawn work, lots of lawn work I heard, and the stuff yesterday with the Hamfest and all that, and the Sarah Build Day today. So I think it's been a pretty good radio weekend and work weekend for all involved, I think. Okay, our next station was in and out. That was WBACXO, and we are now down to KF8ADQ. Joe, hang on. Yeah, Joe, take it away. All right, looks like Joe's having radio issues. I'll hop on and get talking to him. Maybe he can fix those and can check in with us again later. So our next station is going to be KF8AXO. David, how you doing, David? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
I'm doing real good. I went down to Sussex County Fair to the Hamfest and had a good time. That was the first time I'd been to one by myself, so it's kind of interesting. I'm going to go with C, Charlie on the first one, and D, Delta, mirrors for the second one.
All right. Thank you, David. Sounds like you had a pretty good weekend. That's good to hear. We got you down there for Charlie and Delta. Check in with us anytime. Always happy to have you. The next three stations I have here are in and out. That's W8OIO, W8HRF, and KD2HCE. That takes us down to K8PJW. Philip, how you doing? Good seeing you today, sir. And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
K8QKO, KPTW. Yeah, it's great seeing you too this afternoon. Enjoyed that very much, and I was kudos to Gary for opening up his garage and Jason for pulling it all together. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. You can put me down for Delta Bravo for my answer to the trivia questions. And let's see. Last week we were in Grand Rapids for a while and celebrated my grandson's second birthday, so that was a lot of fun. Got to see the granddaughter too as well. And then Friday, Saturday we had the Rotary Conference in Cuyahoga Falls, and got to catch up with a few different people that I'd known throughout the Rotary District that we belong to. And today was the kit build, so that was kind of my week. Anyway, I want to wave a hand. Good to hear everyone, and I'll hand it back to you. This is K8PTW. Back to the net.
All right, thank you, Phil. Got your answers down there for Delta and Bravo. Next, we're going to talk to you, K8BHQ. Ben, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
KE8BHQ. Nick, it's been a real nice weekend for me. Went down to Hamfest on Saturday and passed my extra. Played around on the radio all weekend, and then got to see a lot of you guys at the build project up at Gary's garage today. So hopefully I can get a couple more weekends that are as nice as this one. For trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha and Charlie, and I'll let you get on down the list. This is KE8BHQ, back to net control.
All right, Ben. Congratulations on your extra again. That's great to hear. Got your answers down with Alpha and Charlie. Oh, and I heard what Nick said to you about your position on field day, and don't take it. Don't take that from him. You can put him in his place, and you can be whatever you want to be to contribute to field day. and don't make him pass off his work that he doesn't want to do onto you. So stand up for yourself there, and don't let Nick give you any guff about what he wants you to do. I heard a lot of making sure he's awake. That's his job. Making sure he's awake himself. He's a grown-up. Anyway, good luck, sir. And good to see you today. And I'll talk to you later. Our next two stations here we're in and out. And that is K8HNK and KB8LNK. That takes us down to KQ4IZV. James. How you doing, James? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
This is KQ4IZV. I guess the trivia questions, I'm going to have to go with C and B. Anyway, not too much is going on this weekend. Finally just got home from a day of doing stuff around my aunt's campsite, so we're just unpacking a truck and getting everything settled and going to go at it again tomorrow. So hopefully it'll be a busy week of that and getting stuff organized. Have had a lot of family issues going on lately, so trying to work all that out too. But anyway, have a good night, guys. 73s to all of you, and I'm going to hand it back over to Net Control. This is KQ4IZV out.
All right. Thank you, James. Got your answers down as Charlie and Bravo. And good luck getting all that sorted out. I understand sometimes that can be difficult. Okay. Before we go any further, I'm going to say this is KE8QKO and the W8WKY repeater going to host a check-in to the Beacon Net. And we are now going to get on to KF4JIG. Janet, how you doing, man? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Kilo, Foxtrot 4, Juliet, India Golf. KF4, GIG, KE8QKO. Are you out there? Do you have traffic for the Beacon Net? Please come back.
KF4, GIG, Jeff, sorry about that. It's over here, I'm going to go with B and on the main trivia and B on the second. And just mainly wanted to check in for the numbers. And then KF4, GIG, back to it.
All right, KF4GIG. I think I heard you say Charlie and Bravo. You had something running in the background. So if you're on Echolink and you're running, a TV or a radio onto the background, it picks that stuff up pretty easy, and it makes it difficult to hear what you've got to say. So usually best to try to mute that stuff if you can if you are on Echolink. But whenever you're on, it picked up a bunch of background noise. So if you want to come back with your trivia answers, I would appreciate it.
Oh, sorry about that. No, my smart speaker was talking in the background. Sorry about that. KF4 JIG. I was going to go with D Delta, and B Bravo for the trivia.
No, thank you. Got you. Delta and Bravo. Yeah, that happens. It happens it happens a fair bit on the net. So that's why I wanted to toss it up there as just a warning, saying, hey, this happens. But we got your answers in there. It's good to hear you in there. Please come back and check in with us anytime you want. Our next two stations are KF8ANT Steve and K8JAT William. And that takes us down to KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? KAQKO. I'm going to go out and do a radio check with my NetLogger. KAVZA, KAQKO. How am I sounding for you, sir?
KE8QKO, KE8BZA. You're sounding very good there, Nick. Very good.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, I saw some comments in the blue screen, and I did not hear from KI5RFI, so I thought I'd double check. So, Kilo India 5, Romeo Foxtrot India, back. This is KE8QKO with a WWKY repeater. Do you have comments on the beacon net? Please take it away.
This is Kilo India 5, Romeo Foxtrot India. If you called me a few minutes ago, I'm sorry I didn't hear you. The Echolink dropped completely out there for a couple of minutes. So, anyhow, it's pouring down cats and dogs here in northwest Arkansas, and we've been waiting for this all day long and knew it was coming. My answers to the trivia question are going to be Delta and Bravo. Delta and Bravo. And everybody stay safe out there, and hope nobody's getting hit with tornadoes tonight. It's KI5 RFI, back to net control.
All right, thank you, back. You guys on there. I think Delta and Bravo. You said, yep, that's my logger got there as well. So good to hear you out there. And yeah, tornadoes are bad. I saw some video this weekend. Tornadoes that were in, I think, Iowa. And they were crazy. The storm chaser videos I saw there. It was, I don't know. We don't have we have tornadoes in Ohio, but we don't generally see them like that. That's pretty wild. All right. Okay, so let's go out and talk to K8QFT, Uncle Fred. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net this evening?
Trying to find a microphone. If it'll work. Oh, what have I got? Oh. Hey, sometimes I cheat on the trivia questions, so I'm going to say D to both. Now, that's not to say that I looked it up or I didn't look it up or to infer anything, but my answer is D. Very interesting, though. Very interesting questions. Kind of warm out. How about them Guardians? Yep. I think they're going to win the division. Other than that, not a lot to talk about. And with that in mind, I, KE8QFT, return to net control.
All right, thank you, Fred. We got your answers down there for Delta and Delta. Yeah, how about those Guardians? Okay, so we're back down to AF5JB. So let's go to see if he's out there. Let's throw him a call out, see if he's available, see if he got back in range or something. So AF5JB, KE8QKO with a WWKY repeater for the beacon net. So if you're out there, please come back with your traffic. All right, nothing heard there. Well, let's go back up and try and see if Ray's out there. So let's talk to K5CFY, Ray. See if you made it in with us or not. So, Ray, if you're out there and you have comments for the beacon net, please come back.
W8WKY.
right, nothing heard from Ray there. Let's go down and talk to KC8FQV. Mark, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, KC8FQV. Well, I got that. It's going to be BB. We'll be doing BB on that. And we're just trying to recover from the legs being a little pulled, not they were designed to be muscles and that. So hopefully it's coming through. I haven't heard it yet, but I'm listening to the audio stream on the YouTube. So I'm going to say BB, and no other decent day out. So here it comes now. So other than that, got a new pair of headsets on. You don't got to put them in your ears. You hear it outside if it has a speaker real close to the ear. So really unique. I got them over at the Marks in Aurora. There are so, I don't remember which one. But they got USB-C charging on it now. They're using the C connector. And I got another thing. It was using C connector. So they're getting away from the micro USB and going to C now on a lot of stuff. So I guess that's going to become eventually a standard to use USB-C. So other than that, we'll send it back to the net. Yeah, the game was good today. Watched some of that. Watched some racing on TV. Yeah, I was surprised when I was seeing the racetrack racing around there down in Alabama. They had a Ferris wheel at the track. So, but other than that, not much else are happening. Heard about the Tusco Ham Fest. Sounded like it was a good time down there. And I'm hearing my audio, so we're going to send it back to Net Control, KCFQV. But answers BB.
All right, thank you, Mark. Got your answers down from Bravo and Bravo. You know, you thought about going to Mark's. I'm wondering, maybe if you go to Mark's, do you, instead of calling it Mark's, do you call it me? I don't know. It's a thought. Also, your comments about the switching from micro USB to USB-C that's going to happen. New USB standards come out, not all the time, but you know, with some degree of frequency. And USB-C supports more power throughput than the micro USB, or USB-A, or USB-B, or USB-B. Oh, geez, all the standards. There's many USB standards, and they continue to grow and improve over time. And that's what the manufacturers will start to do. So that's how it goes. Okay, next we're going to talk to our esteemed leader, President Gary, Alpha 8, Charlie Sierra. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Good evening, Nick at Night. Good to hear you this evening. I got to tell you a little story. I turned my, well, the radio's always on, but I sat down in the shack and I did not hear anything on the radio, and I'm thinking, and it was about, it was a couple ticks past 9:30, and I'm thinking, well, there should be a pre-show here going on, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I thought, my God, the net, what's going on? So I called Nick, and just Nick, and he said, are you concerned about the net? I said, yes, I'm very concerned about the net. And he says, well, it's on right now. Just turn it on. So then I looked at my radio, and yeah, it's on the wrong frequency. So now, I say all that to say this. That was out of total concern about you not making it back in time for the net after the build and the after show. So, and I'm just going to leave the after show like it is right there. But there was definitely an after party, and we definitely took advantage of it. Thank you, Mark, KG4SCK. So with that, trivia. I'm with Aurora Mark. I'm thinking B squared. Yep, BB. I'm a BB. So with that, let me turn it back to Net. And Nick, I am very, very glad that you're fine and you are sounding great on the net tonight. So congratulations. AA8CS, back to Net.
All right, KAQKO here. I forgot to identify before I went to Gary, so I'm going to do that real quick. KAQKO is a WWKR repeater. And thank you, Gary. That was a fantastic time. It was a great build project, great after party. Definitely thank you to our sponsor, Mark, for the after party. Did a great job. So, lots of fun, good hanging out with everybody, good conversations. So it really just kind of made my day. I appreciate it. Next, we go down and talk to KI5QCK. Jonathan, how you doing, sir? And what do you have to begin at this evening? Kilo, India 5, Quebec, Charlie, Kilo. Jonathan, are you out there? Do you have comments for the Beaconnet? All right, nothing here from Jonathan there. Perhaps he came into the blue screen and wasn't able to make it for the net. So next we're going to talk to KI5TAQ, Taco Tim. How you doing, sir? And what do you have to begin at this evening?
Well, good evening, everyone. This is KI5TAQ. Yeah, someone has asked about a certain back door being left open. And, there, to that certain person, stone got left in that back door, and I just walked right on in. I'm going to be, as far as trivia-wise, I'm going to say alternate D, main D. The double D, double deuce. And I know you may have heard that Oklahoma had some tornado activities, and yeah, there was, and I think there was a few others going northward, let alone maybe south of Tulsa as well. So we're here, and we are good, and we're safe. So with that said, I'll send it back to Net Control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, Tim. Got your answers down there for Delta and Delta. Yeah, glad you guys are doing pretty well. We're doing well. Yeah, tornadoes are no joke. They can cause a lot of damage. You gotta be careful with that. Oh, before I go to more check-ins, looks like we had another check-in from the blue screen. That's gonna be K6KJV. Kevin, how you doing, Kevin? And what do you have to begin at this evening?
Well, hello, Nick. This is K6KJV, Kevin, in Valley Springs, California. That was pretty cool. I didn't even have to take and type nothing or say nothing. You must be psychic. Oh, man. I know it's the guy with the rubber chicken. Nah, never mind. Let's get the priorities taken out of the way first. I'll take Delta and Bravo in that order. Delta and Bravo on the trivia questions. And I just thought I'd stop by and say hello to y'all and let everyone know that y'all's in my prayers, and hopefully everybody and their families and friends are safe back there, and take care. Always be alert, be vigilant, and with that, I'll just say God bless and 73, and hope you all have a blessed week. And Casey's KJV, passing it back to you, Nick.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for Delta and Bravo. And yeah, it seems like everybody's doing pretty well. Everybody's staying pretty safe, so that's the best we can all hope for. Thanks for checking in with us there, and always come back anytime. Okay, this is KEQK with WAWKY Repeater. We've gone through those check-ins to the BeaconNet. We are ready to open up for another round of check-ins. So if anyone who has not checked into the BeaconNet that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically along with your name and location.
Hello, India 5, Quebec, Charlie Kilo, KI5, QCK, Jonathan from Claremore, Oklahoma.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, WV3K, Phil and Canal Fulton.
All right, let me take it right there. I have WI5CQK. Well, I'm going to call that a recheck because I called out for you, but different spot on my list. So I've got you there. I have WV3K, and I think there was another station that was doubling with Jonathan, KI5CQK. So if you try to check in before Bill, and I did not call out your call sign, please come back. All right, nothing heard there. Perhaps I was hearing things. So, before we go through our current short list, I'm going to say another round here. So, anyone would like to check into the BeaconNet, please call now.
KQ7 IRJ, Paul in Maslin.
Net Control. Please recognize Kilo, Charlie, Juliet, Uniform Charlie, Luke, Michigan.
All right, I'm going to take it right there. I have two check-ins there that I think that I've got. My NetLogger is not sure what he's got, so we got some mixed stuff here. So I'm going to start with, I have KG7RFJ. Can you come back and with that call sign, KG7 station, and come back with your call sign phonetically, please?
Kilowatt Germany 7, Italy Radio Japan, IRJ, Paul in Maslin, Ohio.
All right, thank you, sir. We have Kilo Golf 7, India Romeo Juliet, Paul from Maslin, got you in there. And then the other station I have is KC8 Kilo Charlie 8 Juliet Uniform Charlie, and that is Luke. Luke, can you confirm that's the call sign?
Yeah, QSL. Kilo Charlie 8 Juliet Uniform Charlie, Luke, up here in Michigan. Just short time. Waiting for and wanted everybody. Just sitting back and not trying to wake up everybody around the house. But 7-3 is everybody on that. KCAJUC, short time. Standing by.
All right, copy that, sir. KCHJUC, short time. Go ahead and take away with your comments for the BeaconNet.
Hey, just eventful day around the house. I didn't catch the trivia questions earlier. I just dropped in, kind of catching the news for the evening and whatnot. But eventful week around the house, trying to button some projects up and just watch some racing on TV and kind of relax. Other than that, not a lot going on. Did everybody do 7-3s and y'all take care out there. Kilo Charlie 8, Julian from Charlie, back to you, Net.
All right, thank you, sir. You know what? It's a good time to reread those anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the questions read for us again. I'll call for you once those are done, and if you're able to get back to us with your answers, then we're happy to take them. If not, then you're not able to. That's fine too. So let's go up and talk to KE8QWE, Mike, and get our primary question read for us again. Mike, take it away.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Okay, the question is, approximately how long did it take to communicate with Voyager 2 one way? This was in 2023. A, 15.5 hours, B, 18.5 hours, C, 20.5 hours, or D, 22.5 hours. Again, the question is, approximately how long did it take to communicate with Voyager 2 one way? This was in 2023. A, 15.5 hours, B, 18.5 hours, C, 20.5 hours, or D, 22.5 hours. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KE8QKO.
All right, thank you, Mike. Let's go down and talk to KI5, DAY, Alan, and get the answer for all their questions. Alan, take it away.
Alrighty then, KI5DAY in the net, and tonight's alternate trivia is Alfred Hitchcock was famous for his movies The Birds and Psycho, had a very specific phobia. He shared this phobia in an interview at one point in his career. So Alfred had a fear of which one of these? Was it A fear of Barry Cornwaldo Bean's spot-on impersonation of an emu? Was it B, a fear of eggs? C, a fear of balloons, or D, a fear of mirrors? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Let's go back down to KCHAUC. Luke, are you out there? Do you have answers for our trivia questions?
Honestly, I caught the second one part going through. I'm just going to take a wild stab as Alfred Hitchcock's phobia on the second one. I'm just going to say C, Charlie. And for the first one, I'm going to say, I think there was like 4. I'm going to say D. I have honestly no idea. I'll take a stab in the dark and I'll sit back and just listen to everybody. Kilo Charlie 8, G, from Charlie. Thank you.
Not a problem, sir. Got you on there for Bravo and Charlie, and these are usually stabs in the dark for all of us, so don't feel bad. It's not super common that we all know the answers to these trivia questions. Okay, let's go back up here and talk to KI5QCK. Jonathan, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
W8WKY.
This is KI5QCK. Had to wait for the repeater there to finish IDing. And I don't have too much for the Beacon Net tonight. I am just listening along as I finish up some homework assignments for college. And as far as the trivia questions go, I'm going to go with C for the first question because I just was recently, actually it was yesterday, was reading on Hackaday about the way that they were sending new codes to it and how the memory modules were programmed on Voyager. And if I remember correctly, the article mentioned that the programmers had to wait 22 and a half hours for results on their code. And so since the question is set in 2023, I'm going to imagine that it was probably slightly less than it is today. So that's going to be my question, my answer for the first question. And as far as the second question, I'm going to go with C. I have no idea on the answer to this question, but C is one I can relate to. So yeah, we're going to go with that one.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for Charlie and Charlie. Charlie. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. So, good answers there. Good to hear from you. And before I go any further, I'm going to do an identify here and a comment for the Sarah Club. So, this is KAQKO and the WAW Giver Repeater going through those to check into the BeaconNet. Also, do not forget that today is the last day that you can order your Summer Field Day t-shirts. So, you have about an hour left. Go visit wawky.org and get your Summer Field Day t-shirts ordered, because you don't want to miss out on this one, folks. It's a custom design, special for 2024 Summer Field Day t-shirt. And this is one for the memory books. This is one for your collections. Get out there and order that shirt now, because you don't want to miss out. Okay. We already talked to a couple of stations here. We are now down to WV3K. Phil, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet this evening?
This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo to Net Control. Hello, Nick. It's good to hear you tonight. You sounded really great. Okay, questions. Fascination of everything. I would say for the first question, I'm going to go with Bravo. And I think the second question, I'm going to go with Delta. And beyond that, I just hope that everyone's having a good evening. I'm doing the best I can and trying to keep up with the evening. So I might be planning an early one. I've got a doctor's appointment in the morning, and so I'm going to try to get some rest. So with that, back to Net Control, and thanks a lot, Nick. Doing a great job, and it's nice to see everyone in there. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, and 7-3 to all, and God bless.
All right, thank you, Phil. Yeah, good luck on your doctor's appointment tomorrow. We got your answers down there for Bravo and Delta. And that takes us down to KG7IRJ. Paul, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Okay. KG7IRJ. Yeah. I'm going to go with a double DD for my answers. And I just stumbled across you. I was actually chasing somebody on 220 and tripped over you guys, so stopped off to say hi. KG7IRJ.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down. The answers down there for, oh, did you say DD? I thought you said BD. Can you come back? I have you as Bravo Delta. My NetLogger has you as Delta Delta. Can you come back with your answers phonetically, please?
I actually made a joke out of it saying it was double D. No comment. KG7IRJ.
All right, thank you, sir. I must have missed that joke and heard it differently in my head. That happens. That's my net control prerogative to hear things my own way. I appreciate you checking with us there. Come back anytime. Okay, this is KAQKO and the WWKY repeater going through our list of check-ins to the BeaconNet. We've gone through our list of check-ins to the BeaconNet. We're going to open up here for another round of check-ins. Anyone out there who would like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location.
VK3HJQ, John in Australia. I'll be in and out. Good afternoon from down under.
I'm going to take it there. Last caller, can you come back with your call sign phonetically, please?
You talking to me? I don't know. Victor Kilo 3, Hotel Juliet, Quebec, VK3, HJQ. QSL?
All right. I got you in there, sir. Sorry. VK3 HJQ. Is that correct?
QSL?
All right, thank you, sir. Got you there. All right, any additional checkers to the BeaconNet, please call now.
This is November 9, Papa Golf Echo, N9PGE. The name is Mick, Mike India Charlie Kilo, and I am from Elkhart, Indiana.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. I have VK3 HJQ John, and I have N9PGE Mick. Okay. Are there any additional check-ins to the BeaconNet? Please call now. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go up and talk to VK3 HJQ John. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet this evening?
Oh, absolutely nothing at all. Actually, I was in and out just having lunch down under and just curious way over here and heard you guys yapping. I looked up the Alfred Hitchcock one. That was eggs, and I don't know what the other one was. So anyway, thanks for the net, VK3HJQ.
All right, sir. Thank you. Enjoy your lunch, and it's good to hear you on there. Welcome to come back anytime. Our next station was N9PGE Mick. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet this evening?
Well, Mick has not much to say. Maybe at the moment anyway. I just came in from outside. It's a beautiful, beautiful spring evening. Mid-70s. No insects out. Had a bonfire going and cooked out on the bonfire. So I heard you on the HT while I was outside, so I decided I'd come in here and check in. N9PGE.
W8WKY.
All right. Thank you, sir. Did you get our trivia questions by chance?
Do I have a trivia question?
No, I don't expect you to have a trivia question. The BeaconNet, we meet every Sunday and Wednesday night, and we always have a couple of trivia questions. So, if you're out there and you're listening, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and talk to both of our trivia question masters. We have 2 questions. They'll read both of them, and I'm going to come back to you and see if you want to answer them. That's how it's going to go. So, KAQWE Mike, go ahead with the primary question, sir.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. The question is, approximately how long did it take to communicate with Voyager 2 one way? And this was in 2023. A, 15.5 hours, B, 18.5 hours, C, 20.5 hours, or D, 22.5 hours. Again, the question is, approximately how long did it take to communicate with Voyager 2 one way? This was in 2023. A, 15.5 hours, B, 18.5 hours, C, 20.5 hours, D, 22.5 hours. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KE8 UKO.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's go down and talk to KI5 DAY. Alan, do you have the alternate question read for us? Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. Yeah, tonight's alternate trivia question. Just a disclaimer for those who come in late and say that you looked up the answer. Oh my, that's the golden rule. Never look up the answer for trivia. You always guess. Anyways, with that being said, for future reference, hi, KI5DAY, let me let this drop and I will read the alternate trivia question. Here we go. Alfred Hitchcock, famous for his movies The Birds and Psycho, had a very specific phobia he shared in an interview at one point in his career. Alfred had a fear of what? A fear of berry cornwaldo beans in the impersonation of an emu, or was it B, a fear of eggs, C, a fear of balloons, or D, a fear of mirrors? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan, for another fine alternate trivia question. Let's go down and talk to N9PGE. Mick, how you doing, sir? And what are your answers for our trivia questions this evening?
I'm sorry I missed the trivia questions. I'm answering a couple of emails here, so I can't do two things at once. I can listen and type, but then I get confused. Yeah, I'm an old fart, N9PGE.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. Good to hear you out here, and thanks for checking in with us. Always welcome to join us anytime. Okay, this is KE8QKO and the WAWKY repeater. Going through a list of check-ins to the BeaconNet. Anyone out there who is not checked into the BeaconNet that would like to check in now, please say your call sign phonetically followed by alphabetically along with your name and location.
Kilo, India 6, Foxtrot Oscar Zulu, KI6 FOZ, Tom in Los Angeles, in and out.
All right, thank you, Tom. Had you in there as KI6 FOZ, in and out. That sounds like the bottom of my list here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and talk to our net control team. We're going to get all their comments. We are not going to get any of their trivia answers. We're going to do one more round of check-ins after we talk to the net control team. We'll get the trivia answers, and then we'll do one more round of check-ins. That's how the net's going to finish up tonight. So we're going to start with K8VZA Eric. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet this evening?
KE8QKO, this is KE8VZA. Good to hear you tonight, Nick. I'm doing well. Good to hear everyone else. Trivia, before I forget, I'm going to go with Bravo for the first one. Very good questions, both of them. Thought-provoking. Anyway, this weekend was a very busy weekend for our family. Our daughter graduated from I always confuse that. From Bowling Green University. My wife went to BW. But my daughter graduated from BG. with her degree in education. She's going to be an elementary school teacher. She has been student teaching the last 2 semesters and is actively seeking employment. And she's got a couple hooks, couple bites on the hook there. So fingers crossed, prayers being sent, and we'll see what happens. But we moved her out of her apartment and back to the QTH. I'm going to drop it for a sec, come right back. KE8VZA returning. The commencement ceremony was very nice, very well done, very professional too. Everybody was on cue, and it was wonderful. It was good to see. There were a lot of people there, but everybody played nicely with each other and was orderly in and out of the building, and the parking lot was nice. Anyway, great weekend, and our living room is full of stuff now, so we got to sort through that this week. Anyway, this is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Glad your daughter had a fine graduation. Sorry that she's back in the QTH. I only say that because I dream of the days when my son is no longer in the QTH and off on his own, and I get that space back. But I guess that's the way it goes. Kids come and go until they eventually find their way, and that's how life works. All right, while we're doing trivia answers, put me down for Charlie and Charlie. That you're in there and you put yours down for Bravo and Bravo. And let's go down next and talk to K8QWE. Mike, how you doing, sir? Let's get your comments, alternate trivia answer, but not the answer to the primary question. Take it away, Mike.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, for the alternate trivia, I really don't have a clue, so I'm going to go with C. I'm going to go C, Charlie. I guess that's about as good or as bad as any other. Let's see, today I went to the Mega Guitar Show over at the Galaxy there in Wadsworth. I was looking at a guitar, and the price was right. I liked it. It was a single pickup Gibson SG. Those are kind of rare. I walked around for about 10 minutes and came back, and it was gone. I let that one slip. But, oh well, hey, I did buy a triplet tube tester that pretty much works. It's going to need some care, but I have a hunch it's going to work good once it is done. So I got that home, then came home and ate some lunch and played music the entire afternoon. That was fun. Came home, grilled some chicken, and mowed the lawn. I rested for a little bit, and here I am. That's about all I have. So Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KE8QKO.
All right, thank you, Mike. Sounds like you had a pretty good weekend there. And let's go down and talk to KD8 EPC. Dustin, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
W8WKY.
Kilo Delta 8. Echo Papa Charlie. KD8 EPC. Dustin, are you out there, or do you have comments for the Beacon Net? All right. Perhaps his no responsibilities whatsoever amounted to that. Okay, let's go on and talk to KD8 SLG. I'm pretty sure he's still out there. At least I hope he is. He might not be, because I saw Nick earlier today, and he might not still be around. But let's see how he's doing. Nick, take it away.
KE8QKO, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Nick. Oh, man, I'm more awake than ever right now. How's this sound? I'm going to go with Delta and Delta for tonight's trivia questions, double D's. I did not contact the archivists for any wall before. Seemed like not the thing to do tonight. Really good radio weekend. Started yesterday out with breakfast buffet at Shoney's on the way to Tuscarora's Ham Fest, and that was a good time. Got to meet up with a whole bunch of people. I did not win anything, but it was a good time nonetheless. And, of course, today, started with lunch at Five Guys. The build was a ton of fun. As you know, Nick, we had a good time with the build. Many thanks to KG4SDK, AACS, and, of course, NADI, who finished my project for me, to be honest. And dinner at Chili's tonight for Ron and I on the ride home. So, all in all, a really good radio weekend. Great to see you this afternoon, Nick, and a few other folks out there. Talk to you later on this week. Don't miss the club net. KD4SDK is going to be the NCO Tuesday night, so stop on by. It's KD8SLG, back to net control. Thanks, Nick.
All right, Nick. I know you mentioned Ron, but you forgot to thank Ron, KB8LNK, for putting up with all of our shenanigans with the after party. So, I'm going to throw that out there because he sat there and watched us and snickered. But it was a good time. It was a good build, good time, and a good time spending time with everybody. So, I really enjoyed it. And, okay, this is KEQKO, the WAWKR repeater, going through our net control team right now for the Beacon Net before we go down and talk to more people. And our next net control station is KF5DAY Allen. So give us your answer to the primary question, but do not read the answer for the alternate. And your comments there, Alan.
KI5DAY, and copy that. I will not give the answer to the alternate trivia yet. And my answer for the regular trivia question tonight, I'm going to go with C. I'm going to go with my little buddy Jonathan there. He's one of our local geniuses. You better have it right, Jonathan. You're going to get punished. Hi. Anyway, I'm glad he came in here tonight. I don't know, I think he's new to this, but one of the local guys I've been talking to since he was in high school. Now he's a college student, so it's a lot of fun to talk to him. Great net. Can I get a hoo-ha for the Beacon net? Hoo-ha! There we go. Larry was chiming in. He got through eating the June bugs out on the patio. So with that, I don't have a lot else. Just thankful everybody was okay. My family last night, that tornado that hit Morris, Oklahoma, is where a lot of my family lives. They had some damage here and there, but everybody was unscathed, thankfully. Fortunately, there was only one loss of life, which is too many last night in Oklahoma, but could have been a lot more. So hope everybody's doing well. And KI5DAY, hoo-ha!
Okay, yeah. Well, it's good to hear there, Alan. Glad everybody made it through unscathed. Yeah, storms and tornadoes are no joke, so every life is precious, but, not losing people is also good as well. So appreciate that. Okay. So, before we go back up and talk to everybody and get the answers to our trivia question, we're going to do one more round of check-ins. Anyone out there who has not checked into the Beacon Net that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. Let's go up and get our answers for our trivia. So we're going to go up and talk to K8QWE Mike. How you doing, sir? I already asked how you're doing. You know how you're doing. What's the answer for the trivia? That's what we all want to know.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. The question was approximately how long did it take to communicate with Voyager 2 one way? And this was in 2023. A, 15.5 hours, 18.5 hours, C, 20.5 hours, D, 22.5 hours. And the answer is B, 18.5. The article that I read, and I also verified this back in 2023 in July. The software on the Voyager went a little bit nuts, and it pointed the antenna in the wrong direction. So after a couple weeks, they were able to get back in touch with it and get the thing on track to where it would work. I mean, that thing's old. That thing was launched in 1977, and it's amazing it is still going. Wonder how many cars from 1977 are still on the road. So that just goes to show, even though a technology is old, it can still serve you well. So with that being said, everybody have a great night. Stay safe and stay healthy. This is Kilo Echolink with Whiskey Echo. Back to KE8 QKO.
All right, thank you, Mike. Got you down the answer now for Bravo. Definitely got that wrong. But as far as cars running since 1977, I don't think any of the cars that are running or produced in 1977 were made by NASA. So put that out there. They might have over-engineered that probe a little more than Detroit over-engineered their cars. And next, we're going to talk to KI5DAY to get the answer for our alternate question. Alan, take it away.
All right, KI5DAY, thanks everybody for playing along, and in the future, just remember, do not look up the answer for either of the trivia questions. It makes you a very, very bad person, and especially don't announce it on the air if you did. Hint, hint. KI5DAY with tonight's alternate trivia question answer. Alfred Hitchcock, who was famous for his movies The Birds and Psycho, had a very specific phobia he shared in an interview actually in 1963. He had a fear of what? Was it A fear of Barry Cornwallow being spot-on impression of an emu, B, a fear of eggs, or C, a fear of balloons, or D, a fear of mirrors? The actual answer was B, a fear of eggs, which most everybody picked. Let me let this drop. In an interview in 1963, Alfred Hitchcock said he was frightened of eggs. Worse than frightened, he said they actually revolt me. That white round thing without any holes, and when you break it inside, there's this yellow thing. It's round without any. He said, blood is jolly red, but egg yolk is yellow. That's revolting. I've never tasted it. Very strange. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. You know, I would say Alfred Hitchcock was kind of a strange guy to begin with, so that doesn't really surprise me. Okay, we've gone through our list of check-ins. We've gone through our net control team. We've got the answers for our trivia questions. And this is K8QKO at the absolute bottom of the list for the Beacon Net. So anyone out there who would like to get in on the final call of the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location.
W8WKY.
All right, nothing heard. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KE8QWE, KE8PZA, KD8SLG, KD8EPC, and KF5DAY, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us in the next edition of Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WAWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink WAWKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKY repeater every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sunday. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Board and Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to Beacon Net. This is Kilo Lake, Quebec, Kilo Oscar. Return the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all.
KCHAUC. Hey, what was the answer to that last question? I didn't catch it. The node disconnected on me.
KI5DAY, the answer was Alfred Hitchcock had a phobia of eggs, so it was B.
QSL, KCHAUC, clear.
Hey, Seth, I heard that answer. I did hear that. What was the main trivia answer? KCFQV?
KC8FQV, this is KE8VZA. The main trivia answer, Mark, was Bravo, 18.5 hours.
All right, I thank you on that. I got a little different. I got the tablet going today, so it's a little different. But hey, I thank you, and we'll catch you guys in the morning on the barometer net. It'll start percolating at 6 o'clock. Someone might start percolating out there at 6. And Jim comes in at 6:30. He's pretty you pretty much can go on a time clock. You hear him come in, you'd be maybe a minute off at anything. You hear Jim, KCFQV, but he comes in at 6:30. KCFQV.
KC8FQV, KE8VZA. Yeah, Mark, I usually turn on my radio about 6:45, 6:50, and I do usually hear Jim in there talking to a few folks, and then I wait until later, and I usually check in when I'm headed out the door or already in the car.
All right, well, yep, yeah, you can do that, and that works out, and that's no problem. Yeah, you're getting ready to go, and then you get ready and out in the car, then there ain't nothing else to do except drive, so you might all then check in. So, hey, KCFQE.
All right there, Mark. Hey, you have a good evening. It's good to hear you on the net tonight. And, yeah, my mornings getting ready for work can sometimes be quite a train wreck. A train wreck of my own making, of course. But anyway, you have a good evening. We'll hear you tomorrow on the net, I'm sure. KE8VZA, I'm clear.
All right, KCFQE is going to be clear, but I'll wait a second.
W8WKY. W8WKY repeater PL1 14.8.